Hey everybody, this is Melina from ScrapbookingwithME.com and Me Crafty Scrapper here on YouTube and Instagram. Today I wanted to show you a little creation I have put into my current journal. I had somebody the other day ask how I made this. This is the super duperest, simplest ever journal. It's just a piece of 12 by 12 cardstock that I cut down to the size that I wanted, and it is the half sheet, so it's just a little bit bigger than 8.5 by 11 paper. I folded it in half, then folded all my papers in half, and when I got to the middle of my signature, I just poked my 3 holes with my awl and then put in my wax thread, sewed it all together, sewed in my signature. That's it. That's all this little journal is. It's super duper simple. So that is the easy peasy way of explaining how a journal, a basic journal, comes together. And I have, bless you, Aaron Jonas, I have plenty of journal tutorials in my playlists for you to go back through, and you can figure out and watch how I put a journal together, and I show how I sew together a signature and everything. Super duper simple, but I'm still getting questions about it, so I still want to answer those questions for you. Anyway, this is a flip it, tuck it, full length pocket. Flip it, tuck it, full length pocket for our journal pages. Now, if you're doing a half sheet journal, gracious, Aaron J., his allergies have really got him, and he is in there sneezing and blowing his honker, so I apologize for that. Y'all probably can't even hear that because he's on the other end of the house, but I sure can. Anyway, we are making these neat little pockets for our journal pages, and if you have a journal that is a half sheet, and when I say half sheet, all that means is you have a piece of copy paper, regular old piece of copy paper, 8.5 by 11, and you folded it in half. This is a half sheet journal. That's what that is, okay? So these pockets will fit half sheet journal pages. It is a piece of cardstock with a torn piece on the top of it to make the pocket, that front tuck pocket. Then your tag or whatever you put on the inside has a flip open in the back. So there's our flip it aspect of this creation. And then on the front here, I've covered up some of my torn piece with a little tag. And then here's our tuck aspect of that pocket or creation. So you've got a tuck back here, and then you've got a pocket, a front pocket here that has a flip out journaling area on it. Okay, super duper simple, but I am making all kinds of goodies for this journal that I'm currently working in, and I like to show y'all what I'm making to put in my journals. This is, and there's my daddy texting me. This is the paper pad that come in the latest E-Club kit, and also we got a full stamp set in this latest E-Club kit, so I'm very excited about that because this is a beautiful stamp set. You have a big dragonfly, a big moth, look at that beautiful silhouette deer, 2 different leaves, you've got some splotches that I've used here, and then I stamped the leaf on some of the paper from the paper pad, and then I fussy cut that leaf out, so it's up on the edges a little bit. And then you have a life documented with a line here, and you could like write in there or put a word phrase in there. You got a mushroom with some grass around it, So this is a beautiful stamp set, and we've never been able to give an entire stamp set in an e-club kit before, so I was very excited about that, at the price that we could get that to actually include it in this e-club kit. This little blue piece here came from the digital that Miss Betty Ann Renfro made for us for our e-club kit this month. So I appreciate that, Miss Betty. I got to see her this weekend in the flesh. She drove up all the way from Tallahassee, Florida to our Pilot Family Gathering singing that we had Sunday evening here in our hometown. She and her husband, and it was a delight to see them. I appreciate that so much, y'all driving up and doing that and taking a little couple of day vacation kind of thing coming up. And there is my unavailables from my grocery pickup that I've got to go do later today. We have camp meeting, which is Souped Up Revival if you're from the South. We have camp meeting coming up Thursday and Friday of this week. We have a singing Saturday night. We have a singing Sunday. We are hosting a group also this weekend. So I'm trying my best to get all of my errands done and my videoing done at the beginning of the week. And it's not proving to be so successful. So I don't know how many videos y'all are actually going to get from me this week. Anyway, I've got the leaf stamp from that stamp set on my blog. That's why you didn't see it here. I won't show you everything that's in the kit. You'll see a bunch of it, like these little beautiful things. Just perfect for journaling on the back of and just tucking into different spots in your journal. Love that. That's just a little piece that was left over from what I cut. So now let's get to showing you how this come together. I used, for my base piece here, the brown, I used a piece of the cardstock that come in the e-club kit. And what I did was cut mine 3.5 inches wide. So 3.5. And then the length, we've just got half of a 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. So it's 8.5 by 3.5. So that is my pocket. And I'm going to round the corners of the top of it. Just go ahead and get that done. If my there we go. Little punch decides to work. There we go. So I've got that done. So there's your base already done. Now you get to do the funnest part of the whole project. And that is figuring out which one of these beautiful papers in this paper pad that you want as your torn piece. So I want to use this butterfly paper, but I don't want it as the torn piece because that gets covered up some. I want that as my tag. Now, there are things in this. This is called Fernwood, and it is from American Crafts, designed by Vicki Boughton. In this paper pad, they have little cut-aparts in the back. Look at that library pocket. Too cute. Ooh, I might use that as my little... Ooh, I like that. Let's go ahead and tear that out. We'll use that as our little tag top piece. Okay, and then we need to figure out what we want. I really, really like that paper. There's all kinds of beautiful paper in here, but I really do like that, the way it kind of goes from one color to the next. So this is a 6x8 paper pad. I'm just going to chop off that branding strip at the top. And then I'm going to cut it just a smidge under, like a 1/16 of an inch, under 3.5. And then I'm just going to willy-nilly tear. Now on this one, I tore it this way, so it's got its opening on the right side. On this one, I'm going to tear it this way. And I'm just going to start at the corner and just start tearing down until I've got about 2 inches maybe at the bottom. And I want that to flow a little bit better, so there we go. That is better. Yep, good, good, good. So we're good there. I'm going to keep this, of course. That's too big of a piece to throw away. I like the white core, so I'm not going to ink that. I didn't ink my base on this one either. And I'm just going to leave it like that. So all you got to do for this now, I need to open up some more 1/8" score tape. Let's see if I've got enough on this one. I'm going to put 1/8" score tape down my long side. And then I'm going to put it across the bottom. I'm not putting it here. I like the room that I have on this to pull it out the side here. Okay, so I'm not going to come up that front half. Okay, and then I am going to pull off my backs. Whoa. Here. And then I'm just going to center this up. I've left the bottom straight. I'm going to center that up. Lila Rose is in there, whining, whimpering, wanting me to come in there and get her out of her playpen. Okay, so there is the start of your pocket. Now, if you're going to adhere it down into on a page in a journal, all you're going to do is put your adhesive on the 3 sides and then line it up. But you want to do all your decorating probably first, in case you have some lumps and bumps in your journal. That way you've got enough room to decorate this and not have to worry about that. Let's chomp this out of here. Let's see if we can do it without having to fussy cut it. Go all the way there. And then here. And go all the way around that border. I love that. And then I'm just going to do my little bitty at an angle corner round punch. I need to get that one just a little closer there. There we go. I love the guillotine trimmer from Tim Holtz because it gives you those razor thin little snippets off of it if you need it. I love that. Cool. And for this little piece that you put on the front, you could always leave an opening here and have a little bitty tiny tuck spot on the front if you wanted to. Now on this piece I am going to ink it. I've got my walnut stain. I'm going to ink the edges of this, but do not put adhesive all the way around this because you need this part open, okay? So you're just going to put glue around the edges here. So I'm going to get my liquid glue. I'm putting my hand where I don't need glue, and I'm just going to put some all over the back except for where I don't need it, and hope that that little dry spot of glue lets loose so I can finish this. There we go. Whoopsie doodles. Whoopsie doodles. Okay, there. And then center that up. Oh, it's already gorgeous. Love, 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 love. Love, love. Okay, and then I'm just going to look on the back and make sure that I don't have any glue on that opening. And I don't. We're good. Already so pretty. See, I love using a kit because everything coordinates. So you don't have to look around for other stuff to put in with it to get it to match, because everything coordinates together, so you don't have to worry about that. I love using a kit. Alright, now I need to figure out what paper I want as my insert, my tag insert here. And I really want to use that library card. I'll use it on something eventually. I could use the butterfly paper, but that's going to be too matchy-matchy, I think. So let's look at what else we have. I think that's too dark. I really like that yellow. Oh, that's pretty too. Let's use that for something else, because we're going to cover up. If I were to use the front side of that, we would cover up that yellow, and that yellow is very pretty with our flip it part of this. Ooh, that's cute, but that green paper's very pretty too. Oh, decisions, decisions, decisions. Now we're starting over here. Oh, I like the flower too. Yep, let's use the flower, and we'll cover up that green on the back with our flip it. Okay, I'm just cutting off that branding strip, and then what I'm going to do is cut this at 5 3/4, and then we're going to fold it in half. So just cutting off that little bitty bit, and then we're going to fold this in half and find my bone folder to help me out here. Okay, then I'm going to put it in here and make sure that it fits and everything is copacetic. Yes, we're good. Okay, so I have made this one as a flip it by itself, and then we can add in some paper on the inside. For this one, I cut the piece first and then just added this smaller flip it to the back of it. So you can do it either way you would like. I just wanted to show you 2 different ways you could do it. With this one, let's do a little sheet of this dyed paper that I made with y'all not too long ago. And I want to make a little booklet kind of thing on this one. So let's trim and trim and add the rest of that to our scrap pile. And we're going to fold this in half. Beautiful paper. That food coloring did an awesome job. I will have to do that again soon. Okay, so we're putting that in the middle of that, and do I want to, yes, I want to tag top the edges. So I'm just going to keep that paper in there and tag top, so that way when I put this in there, I've got a little interesting top to it there. Okay, I like that. I think I will ink that. And to keep this in there, I'm going to use stapler, maybe. We shall see. If you take the handle part back from the Tim Holtz stapler, we'll see if we can get this accomplished this way. Now, if you have a very, very, very long armed stapler, you could do it easily. No, that's not going to work. So let's just use an awl, and we are going to clip, if my clips will appear. There we go. Just going to clip there. I'm going to make 2 little holes. This is just a couple, just one sheet of paper and one piece of cardstock. So I'm just going to make, let me get my, it's not wanting to go through. Okay, and then one right, say, there. Easy peasy. Nothing too extravagant. And a little bit of wax thread, or for this small of a little thing that we're putting together, you could just use regular thread, floss, whatever. Okay, and I want it to tie on the outside, so I'm going to go in from the outside and then pull through, and then go through my inside to the outside. Okay, and then I'm going to pull my needle out, even up my strings, tie my knot, sorta in the middle. Okay, and then another one on top, so it will stay closed and tight. There we go. And then I'm going to tie a little bow. Okay. This is not rocket science, y'all. This is, I mean, and don't be making a big fuss about how you got that tied or how you put it together. If you want to staple it, if you've got one of those long staplers, if you want to staple it, do that. But, I mean, it's just a piece of cardstock and one piece of paper. Okay? Nothing too extravagant. And then the bowed place, your spine, is going to go toward the outside here. And then, see, you can pull it out straight away because you have that there. Okay? Just like that. Let's go ahead and ink that. I love how that looks. Very pretty. And then I'll show you this one again just so you can figure out for yourself which way you want to do your flip it. If you want to do it like a little journal like I have here, or if you just want to do it like I did on that one, where it's just a main sheet of cardstock with your flip on the back side. And I'll show you that. Very, very easy. There's that, all good and inked. And then if you want to do some stamping, if you want to add extra stuff to the outside, you can. So I've done that one to go on a left page. This one would go on a right page. And then you would just put your adhesive on the back on the 3 sides here, and you would have your tuck here. You've got your pocket here. Like I said, you could also tuck something small down in behind that tag that you put on the front too. Let me get all this put up. So with this one, like I said, it was just a piece that I cut that would fit into my pocket, and then I just cut down a piece of craft cardstock that I had in my stash and folded it, and then just barely clipped off the top corner so you wouldn't be able to see it on the front, and stamped a little on it. So that was one flip aspect, and then I did this other little journal flip aspect on the other one. Cute. I love it. I love this little creation. On this one, I had put a tag cut apart from the paper pad and stamped on it, and then used a digital, and then fussy cut on there, and then I added a piece of lace to the edge, and it is on there on all 3 sides, and I have that tuck there behind it. I had stamped on this beautiful paper that's from that paper pad, the fern stamp. Thought that was gorgeous. I think I might stamp this dragonfly on this one, and maybe put it, if I can get the stamp off of there. They put them on there really well, and I like that. It's just when you go to take it off, it takes a little bit of effort. Okay, put my dragonfly on there. And where do I want to stamp it? I'm thinking I just want to stamp it on the inside, like put it right here in this corner. So no fussy cutting needed. But if I were, well, I will stamp it on there just so I can show you how I did it. But I'm thinking, yeah, black's fine. Let's do Versamark Black Onyx. And put it on a flat surface there, Melina. You'll learn. Okay, and then I'll stamp my dragonfly on that inside page there. How cute is that? Love it. And let's stamp him on this pattern paper. Then we can fussy cut him out for something else. More ephemera. Hello. I don't think I have any ephemera with dragonflies on it, so this would be very good to add to my ephemera collection, and could even make a cluster out of it, add it on to a cluster of ephemera. So while that is drying there, I don't want to close it up too quickly. So while that's drying, I'll fussy cut this one out just to show you. Too pretty. The ink is a little wet on this one, so I'm trying my best not to touch the ink. Pretty. I love dragonflies. I am so glad it's getting warmer here so that we can actually see maybe some dragonflies pretty soon, and butterflies for that matter. we've had moths like crazy right outside on our front porch, all around our front porch light. Let's get him the rest of the way. I'm not going all the way in on his wings because I don't want him to be too fragile. Okay, and then when you get close here, make sure you don't sneeze or cough, because then you're going to cut his body off. Okay, and then I'm going to round my cut and come up just a little more closely to the body there on that edge. So there's our little fussy cut dragonfly from the paper, and then our stamped dragonfly on the inside of our Flip It. So full length Flip It, Tuck It pockets for our journals. I hope you enjoyed this quick and easy way of making a new style of pocket for your journals. Y'all have a blessed day. I'll see you in the next video. And hopefully it will be Thursday's M Scrapbusters video if I can get it done. Busy week. God bless. Bye, y'all.